At my graduation dinner, everyone was laughing, until Grandma smiled at me and said, "I'm glad the $3,000 I send you each month is helping." I paused, looked around, and said, "I never got any money." The entire table went silent. You could hear the clinking of silverware from other tables, but at ours, dead quiet. My parents froze. My dad's fork literally clattered onto his plate, and my mom's hand started shaking as she reached for her wine glass. "What do you mean you never got any money?" Grandma asked, her voice getting that sharp edge I remembered from when she caught my cousins lying as kids. My mom cleared her throat nervously. "Mother, we can explain this later." "No." Grandma's voice cut through the air like a knife. "Explain it now. I've been sending $3,000 checks to Monica every single month since Aubrey started college. Where is that money?" My brain was spinning. $3,000 a month for 4 years? I started doing the math in my head while everyone stared at me. That's when my little sister Savannah, who'd been scrolling through Instagram this whole time, suddenly looked up. "Oh wait, is that where Mom got the money for my BMW?" If the table was quiet before, now it was like a tomb. "Savannah, shut up," my mom hissed, but it was too late. "And my spring break trip to Cancun last month?" Savannah continued, completely oblivious to the horror spreading across everyone's faces. "And that designer bag you bought me for Christmas?" I felt like I was watching my life implode in slow motion. 4 years. 4 brutal years of working 3 jobs just to afford ramen noodles and textbooks. 60-hour work weeks while my parents took family vacations, sleeping in a moldy basement apartment while my sister got a luxury car. "You stole from me," I said, my voice barely a whisper. My dad finally found his voice. "Aubrey, sweetheart, it's not what it looks like." "Really?" I stood up, my chair scraping against the floor. "Because it looks like you watched me destroy my health working multiple jobs while you used my money to spoil Savannah." The restaurant felt like it was spinning. I remembered all those phone calls home, begging for help with textbooks, with rent, with groceries. All those times they said money was tight. They couldn't help. I needed to learn responsibility. "How much?" Grandma's voice was ice cold. I did the math out loud, my voice getting stronger with each number. 3,000 times 12 months times 4 years. $144,000. My mom started crying. "We were going to pay it back when you graduated." "With what money?" I laughed, but there was no humor in it. "You don't have that kind of cash lying around. You spend it all on Savannah's lifestyle." Savannah finally looked up from her phone, realizing this was about her. "Wait, so I have to give the car back? Are you serious right now?" I turned to her. "You're worried about keeping a car that was bought with stolen money while I've been eating peanut butter sandwiches for dinner?" That's when Uncle Stuart, who'd been unusually quiet, spoke up. "Monica, please tell me you didn't actually steal from your own daughter." My mom's mascara was running down her cheeks. We thought we could replace it before she found out." "Replace it how?" Grandma demanded. "By letting her work herself to death." I remembered the night last semester when I fainted at work from exhaustion. The manager had to drive me to urgent care because I couldn't afford an ambulance. I'd called my parents crying, telling them I didn't know how much more I could take. They told me to push through it. That success requires sacrifice, while they were living off my money. "I worked 80 hours some weeks," I said, my voice cracking. "I haven't had a real meal in months. I've been wearing the same 3 outfits for 2 years because I couldn't afford new clothes." Grandma slowly reached for her purse. "Aubrey, go pack your things. You're coming home with me tonight." "Grandma, I can't just..." "Yes, you can." She pulled out her checkbook right there at the table. "Consider this the first installment on what I owe you." She wrote a check and slid it across the table to me. It was for $20,000. "What about my apartment lease?" I asked. "I'll handle it." She glared at my parents with a look that could melt steel. "Consider it a small price to pay for what you've stolen from your daughter." My dad tried one last time. "Aubrey, we're family. We can work this out." "Family?" I picked up the check and stood. Family doesn't steal $144,000 and watch their daughter suffer. As Grandma and I walked toward the exit, I heard Savannah ask, "So can I still keep the car?" I didn't turn around to hear the answer. Sometimes the people who claim they're protecting you are the ones destroying your future. And sometimes the person who saves you has been trying to help all along.